I'd probably say, no, I'm just gonna lay here. You can't overestimate the power of a good nap. An inmate escapes in Tennessee, his getaway vehicle and the officer who caught him. The paper's yet to be peer-reviewed, but one researcher is saying aliens, they might not be our friends. The potential cure for cancer, what one small study found. A son and mom reunite after the son is adopted, and it turns out they were never that far apart. I'm Julie Wilson. This is Unnecessary News for Thursday, June 15th, 16th, 17th. What is today? So before we get to all of the unnecessary news, please like, comment, and subscribe if that's your thing. I'm so excited that 86 of you will view this video. I'm on a roll today. Also, follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you don't already, @AnnJulieWilson. That's the handle. Let's start with the stupid news. Hey, just a rule of thumb, if you're gonna be breaking free from jail, get into shape first. Maybe it's my own ignorance, but I thought you got to work out in jail. KFVS 12 of Tennessee gives us this gem of a story. Right now, a sheriff's office is trying to find the owner of a blue and white bike. They think it's a child's bike. Oh, why, you're wondering? I know you are. Look at you, you little curious cat. Your little curious cat wanting to know. Apparently, Ricky Roach, and yes, that's his real name, didn't want to be in jail anymore. And who can blame him? So he broke out. He threw up the deuces and said, "See you later, alligator." Every time I do this, I feel like I have to be like, ooh, ah. He was in a hospital at the time of escape, so at least there was no bars, I guess. His escape vehicle, though, a blue and white child's bike, and it only has one pedal. So honestly, poor choice on his behalf. Out of all the things that you can make into a getaway vehicle, why that? A reserve officer heard on his radio that Roach was on his street on a one-pedaled bike. So sure enough, the officer peeps out his window and he sees this guy. Ricky Roach had been on the run for a full 2 hours and he only got 2 miles. And it's reported that Ricky was exhausted. The story gets better because apparently the officer who spotted him was like, "Hey, get down, police!" And Ricky was like, "I'm not gonna run away. I'm tired of running. I'm just gonna lay down." Which honestly, I get. I'm tired right now. If my boss walked into my studio right now and said, "Hey, get to work," I'd probably say, "No, I'm just gonna lay here." You can't overestimate the power of a good nap. Maybe if Ricky got a good nap in, he could get another 2 miles in 2 hours. Anyways, the Cheatham County Sheriff's Department is saying if your kid's missing a bike, call us. Stupid news. Hello and welcome to Alien News. I'm Julie Wilson. It's not been peer-reviewed yet, but there is this Spanish researcher who said that if aliens are anything like these here humans, some of them could be territorial and, you know, we get into wars over land here. And because of that, aliens could be a threat to us. The researcher is a conflict resolution PhD student at Spain's University of Vigo. He concluded that there could be up to 4 hostile alien civilizations in the Milky Way. Great! Love that for us. To Vice, the researcher said he did the paper on life as we know it, noting that we don't know the minds of aliens. Ha! Say that to the United States government! What's in Area 51, people? Did we ever storm it as we said we would in that one Facebook group a couple years ago? No, really, did we? Listen, if there's an evil civilization in this here Milky Way, you gotta look no further than the nightly news to know that we could be one of them. Like people of Earth, let's just take a chill pill, okay? A little more love, a lot less hate. I'm not your enemy. You are not my enemy. We're all just a flesh-gob bag of bones trying to survive this life, preparing for the next. Let's stop smacking each other around. Go to therapy. As a note, I know that I say go to therapy a lot as a joke, but I actually mean it. I've been going to therapy for over a year and I go weekly. In fact, I'm going today. Your brain is meant for more than just telling your hands to wipe your ass. You gotta keep that gray goo good, baby. Take care of this thing. Stupid news. The alien news, not the therapy thing. I'm still very serious about that. Go take care of your brain. Good news. Okay, so this is incredible and it could be a huge breakthrough when it comes to finding the cure for cancer. So there was this study, it was a small one, only 18 rectal cancer patients were involved, but it yielded fantastic results. So they all take this same drug. The results, every single one of them had their cancer vanish. It was undetectable by multiple scans and multiple exams. The results were published in the New England Journal of Medicine. One of the authors of the paper said that he knew of no other study that had a treatment that completely obliterated the cancer. Obliterated. Another word that I'm not good at saying, burglary. Let me live my life. You should know that the patients in this study, they were looking down options to treat their cancer that were like not so great. We're talking about chemo, radiation, surgery. So they thought once this study was over, they were still gonna have to endure those options. They didn't expect their tumors to just disappear. But then they were told that they wouldn't even need those treatments, which could have led to bowel, urinary, and sexual dysfunction, and some of them could have needed colostomy bags. And get this, nobody in this study had clinically significant complications. The results still need to be replicated, but this is a huge step. And finally, we wrap up this segment of unnecessary news with good news coming out of Utah. So there's this guy in Utah and he was adopted. Benjamin Hollenberg knew from a really young age that he was adopted, and all he knew about his biological mom was her first name, Holly. I got the details from this story from Good Morning America. Ben really wanted to meet his bio mom, and apparently she had been really wanting to meet him too. She had been in contact with Ben's adopted parents through the adoption agency up until 2014, and then they closed. Eventually, she was searching Facebook when she found him. He was 18. She said she was hesitant to reach out. She didn't want to throw a wrench into what appeared to be an already very busy life. But Ben had been looking for Holly too. He signed up for an adoption registry, and he took a DNA test trying to find her. Eventually though, Holly works up the nerve to send Ben a Facebook message telling him happy birthday. And Ben's like, how do I know you? That's when Holly confessed that she was his mom, and then explained the hard decision that she had to make at 16 to give him up for adoption. Ben got the message when he was at work, and he was overjoyed. Eventually, the two set up a time and place to meet. But get this, the two were never really that far apart. They both worked in the same hospital in Salt Lake City. Holly's a medical assistant. Ben volunteered at the NICU. That wraps it up for today's edition of Unnecessary News. I appreciate you joining us. If you feel so inclined, like, comment, share, subscribe. That's the word I'm looking for. Words. I know words. I know the best words. I have words. All right, thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.